One aspect of the crisis is that you have huge differences in the impression how dramatic the situation is, especially in comparison of Germany and southern European countries. And it's so important to get the idea of, okay, what is your impression of the situation? What is your urge to do? And also what is your idea what to change? Second is that, of course, we try to agree on common aspects and on common paths out of the crisis so that we can make an argumentation which is not only valid in Berlin or in Brussels or in Madrid, but to come up with at least a common path.
We can sharpen on the national level our supervision, which has not made good figure in the crisis itself. A second thing is we can do something with our national budgets. We should not save that much as we do currently, but we should drive a bit more expansionary budget policy.
We as Greens should be with the people. People due to the policies of the Conservative government are suffering very hard cuts, and their life is being very difficult at the moment. We have a very high level of unemployment, 24% unemployment. We have a very high level of young people leaving Spain because they see no future. We need to be supporting them, demanding a different policy, a policy which is not based on social cuts, but which is based on investment in green sectors, such as renewable energy, ecological agriculture, new clean technologies and so on, which Spain is rich on, and we can develop a whole clean new sector based on these green technologies.
The answer to this crisis is more jobs and reforms on economy and the function of administration. Austerity measures don't offer a solution.
Four years after Lehman, a real re-regulation of the financial industry is still only underway. We have seen strong lobby pressures from the financial industry and member states and their governments, which are held hostage by the financial lobbies to stop a strong regulation of the industry which would be needed after the crisis. Also, the financial transaction tax and other methods to make the financial industry pay for a part of the damage they caused is only coming in infant versions. And the core question, how to break down super large banks, is not covered yet.
We need more democracy in Europe. We need a new and democratic convention where the European citizens, the members of national parliaments, the European Parliament, the governments and the Commission discuss the future of Europe. This convention should be given enough time for a deep discourse and should be democratic, which means that the members of the convention decide on the outcome. In the end, there should be a European-wide referendum on the proposal from this convention. And citizens should be given the possibility to make proposals to the convention that are discussed within the convention. This would be a democratic way to solve the crisis and to come to a more democratic European Union.
What is needed today in Europe is more democratic accountability, which actually means more legitimacy to political decisions that are made by whom? By the European Commission, and especially in what is called the program countries, those countries that have severe economic difficulties and in which, as part of the Troika, the Commission goes and imposes political choices. These political choices need to be validated, need to be legitimate, because we cannot have a situation where a civil servant of the Commission imposes political choices upon an elected government and an elected parliament. The Commission can only do that if the Commission gets a mandate. And who can give the mandate? The European Parliament. Here is the place where the orientations, the political orientations and the economic orientations of what will be recommended to program countries must be decided and validated.